Hey YouTube, Planet Aquarium MN, bringing you a quick update video on the 55-gallon shrimp tank, and then we'll take a look at the 75-gallon tank right above this one, and I'll show you a couple new fish that I picked up, new species that I'm gonna try and get breeding here, just for just for enjoyment more than anything. Had a bunch of requests asking for an update on the 55-gallon shrimp tank and if I still had it. Here it is in all its glory. This is by far the most neglected tank that I've kept. Although the red cherries or the sakuras, the painted fire reds in here, I've got a lot of babies in here. You can't really see them with this crappy little camera, but there's probably a dozen and a half, 2 dozen little shrimpies down in here. Put a little bit of food down here. There's a little crystal red that came out from underneath that almond leaf right there. I do have some buried females in here. It's just I don't know if the survival rate's not real high or whatnot, but it seems like my population just keeps dwindling down and down and down and down. Although, like I said, I do see a lot of cherry babies in here, so I'm down to maybe 6 to 10 crystal reds. There's one right here that, nice big female that came out here. I know there's another one underneath that almond leaf, and I just saw another one right over in here, but I think they're all females. I haven't seen any buried crystal reds in a long time. I think all my males died. It is what it is. My first time with shrimp, and it's been trial and error, but I really haven't had any pulled any dead shrimp out of here in an awful long time. I think I finally got it figured out, as far as their diet, what to feed them, when to feed, and how much to feed, etc. The water change, how much to change, and all of that. Sorry about that. The colony in here seems to be doing really good. I've got buried female cherries in here. I have a bunch of little babies, but I do still want to add to the stock in here. There's just not nearly enough shrimp for this size of a tank. So I plan to add about another 50 to 100 high-grade sakuras or painted fire reds. I just missed a decent auction on one of the forums that I'm a member on, and it was 50 high-grade sakuras for $68 shipped. And when I say high-grade sakuras, these were near painted fire red quality. For those that don't know, sakuras, painted fire reds are nothing but red cherry shrimp. They're just more of a solid red color. Painted fire reds being the highest quality, and sakuras underneath them. So I just missed that auction by a couple of hours, but that's okay. I want to get the plants growing in this tank a little bit better. Speaking of which, I just ordered today another light for this tank. Currently, I just have a Phoenix Fuse Ray on here, and I just don't think it's nearly enough light, especially for like all this dwarf sage down here. Even my crypts really aren't doing real well. They look pretty scraggly over here. The Taiwan moss is looking more brown than it is green. I've got some hygrophila and a little bit of stargrass back in the corner, and it just isn't going anywhere. So I actually ordered another Phoenix Fuse Ray, but I got the Fuse Ray Planted Plus. I'm going to be adding that to this tank, and hopefully we'll see a lot better results with the dwarf sage and the crypts over here. Hopefully the Taiwan moss over here greens up. So I'm hoping that the two lights are going to do this tank a wonder of good. And once I get the plants growing out a lot better, I do plan, hopefully along with that will come a little more algae growth. There just isn't nearly enough light coming off this Fuse Ray to grow a nice little thin layer of algae for the shrimp to eat. I'm hoping with the second light that the algae I'll get a little bit of algae growth. Nothing out of control, but get a little algae for the shrimp to feed on. So that light should be here on Tuesday. And then once the plants are growing, we get some algae, things like that, then I'll get a little more serious about looking for some additional shrimp to add. And again, I'm going to throw in another 50 to 100 high quality sakuras or painted fire reds. I probably won't get any more crystal reds. Like I said, I'm down to maybe 6 to 10 crystal reds in here, all females, I'm pretty sure. Once I figure out how to breed or get a nice colony, there's another crystal red coming out over there. But once I get these painted fire reds and sakuras breeding real healthy, and I get a real decent population, I'm talking, you know, if I can get them breeding, get, you know, 500, 600, 700, you know, shrimp in here, at that point, I'll try crystal reds. But those are the plans for the 55-gallon shrimp tank. It has been a little bit neglected. I do need to trim back and cut back a bunch of that Taiwan moss. Believe it or not, there's a real nice piece of manzanita in there, but it's kind of hidden. But let's take this video upstairs, right above to the 75, right above. Just give me a second. I'm going to pause the video so I can extend the legs on this tripod real quick, and I'll show you what's going on at the 75 up here. Hey YouTube, this is the 75-gallon grow out. This is right above the 55-gallon shrimp tank. As you can see, I did throw a couple potted plants in here. These are the Amazon swords that I pulled out of the 120 discus tank. If you watched my recent video on my 120 discus tank, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Couldn't bring myself to get rid of them, because I'm not sure if I'm going to use them in a new scape or not, so I decided to pot them. They are potted in dirt, capped with sand, which is capped with gravel. Hopefully they do okay. I'm a little concerned about the lighting back here on this above the 75 gallons, since I've never really kept plants in here. I just have these clamp-on lights, and I've got 2 of those, and they have a 60-watt LED bulb in there, and I'm just not sure if that's gonna keep these plants happy or not. If not, I plan to pick up another Phoenix Fuse Ray. I'm gonna pick up I've got that 48-inch Phoenix Fuse Ray Planted Plus coming for the shrimp tank I'm gonna add down here, and I think if these lights don't keep these swords happy, I'm gonna get another 48-inch Phoenix Planted Plus Fuse Ray and put up here on this tank. Then I know those swords will be happy. Not sure if you've seen the fish swimming around in there or not. They're back over on the other side. They're just little itty bitties, so it's really hard to see. Maybe see them back up over there. There's only a total of 5 in here right now, and they are Electric Blue Acaras. They are a color morph of the Blue Acara, which has been around in the hobby for eons. The Electric Blue Acaras have only been in the hobby for about 1.5 to 2 years. You know, you say Electric Blue, no different than like the Electric Blue Rams or the Electric Blue Jack Dempseys. They just have a gorgeous iridescent shimmering blue color to their entire body, and just really neat little fish. I'm really liking these. Recently saw them in one of my local fish stores. Started looking around because I don't want to pay 28 bucks a piece, so I found these 5 off of a local Minnesota fish forum. Paid about 1/3 of that price per fish. So I got these 5 here. I bought 6 more on Aquabid. They're shipping tomorrow. I paid for express overnight shipping. They will be here on Tuesday, so that'll make a total of 11. The 6 that are coming in are about the same size, about 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches. So I'll start out with 11. Hopefully out of those I'll end up with at least 1 or 2 pairs, and my intentions are to breed these, and you know, just for more fun, not for the money or anything like that, but I do intend to raise these and breed a couple batches out of them. I know this camera's not the best, but let me see if I can move over here and you can get a little better idea. The lighting isn't real good, this camera's not real good, so probably not going to do these guys any justice, but anyways, you get the gist of it. To check these fish out, to see what they look like when they grow up, just go to Google and Google search Electric Blue Acaras. But just needed a change and needed to try something a little bit different. I decided I have no intentions on breeding discus. I just don't have the time for the water changes and the number of feedings that baby discus require. So that's that. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll update you guys and kind of keep you updated on what's going on with these Electric Blue Acaras. I've got 6 more, like I said, coming in on Tuesday. Maybe I'll post a quick update video and unboxing on Tuesday. We'll see. But I'll keep you guys posted on how this project turns out. I don't know if I said or not, but my intentions actually are to use these as a centerpiece in a new scape coming up. I don't know if I said that or not, but I do want to use these as centerpiece fish in a new scape for the high-tech 75. We'll see. That wouldn't happen until this fall anyways, maybe October, November-ish. But anyways, that's that. I appreciate everybody checking out my channel and watching my videos. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. And like always, we'll catch you guys later.